Formative Assessment by Lori Hartwig. A concept that I think is important to discuss when talking about educational assessment is the idea of a mindset, which is a self-perception or self-theory that people hold about themselves. Believing that you are either intelligent or unintelligent is a simple example of a mindset. According to Carol Dweck, a psychologist well known for her research in growth mindsets, she says, in a growth mindset, people believe that their most basic abilities can be developed through dedication and hard work. Brains and talent are just the starting point. This view creates a love of learning and a resilience that is essential for great accomplishment. Formal assessments have data which support the conclusions made from the test. We usually refer to these types of tests as standardized measures. These tests have been tried before on students and have statistics which support the conclusion, such as the student is reading below average for his age. Informal assessments, on the other hand, are not data-driven, but rather content and performance-driven. For example, running records are informal assessments because they indicate how well a student is reading a specific book. Scores such as 10 correct out of 15% of words read correctly, and most rubric scores are given from this type of assessment. Summative assessments, which are generally formal in nature, are used to evaluate student learning, skill acquisition, and academic achievement at the conclusion of a defined instructional period, typically at the end of a project, unit, course, semester, program, or school year. In contrast to summative assessments, formative assessments, which are oftentimes informal but could be formal as well, refers to a wide variety of methods that teachers use to conduct in-process evaluations of student comprehension, learning needs, and academic progress during a lesson, unit, or course. They help teachers identify concepts that students are struggling to understand, skills they are having difficulty acquiring, or learning standards they have not yet achieved. Many educators and experts believe that formative assessment is an integral part of effective teaching. It contrasts with most summative assessments, which are deliberately set apart from instruction. Formative assessments are integrated into the teaching and learning process. While formative assessments help teachers identify learning needs and problems, in many cases, the assessments also help students develop a stronger understanding of their own academic strengths and weaknesses. When students know what they do well and what they need to work harder on, it can help them take greater responsibility over their own learning and academic progress. Examples of formative assessments would be questions that teachers pose to individual students and groups of students during the learning process to determine what specific concepts or skills they may be having trouble with. A wide variety of intentional questioning strategies may be employed, such as phrasing questions in specific ways to elicit more useful responses. Specific, detailed, and constructive feedback that teachers provide on student work, such as journal entries, essays, worksheets, research papers, and projects, are additional examples of formative assessment. The feedback may be used to revise or improve work. Self-assessments, an integral part of formative assessment, ask students to think about their own learning process, to reflect on what they do well or struggle with, and to articulate what they have learned or still need to learn to meet course expectations or learning standards. Edpuzzle is a free assessment-centered tool that allows teachers and students to create interactive online videos by embedding either open-ended or multiple-choice questions, audio notes, audio tracks, or comments on a video. Formative is a real-time assessment tool for one-to-one classrooms. It offers a flexible and attractive solution for gathering a variety of student response types and offering individualized feedback. Spiral allows communication between students and teachers through an online platform promoting whole class participation. As students are able to share discussion topics, students can respond, and results are available immediately. Class Kick lets teachers create and share assignments, monitor students, and give feedback in real time as students work from iPads or computers. Teachers can create rosters via class code, manual entry, or Google Classroom. Recap is a question-led chat tool augmented by the power of video that makes it easier to start deeper, more empowering discussions with students and teachers. I hope you enjoyed my video on formative assessments, and thanks for watching.